Hello, hello. What's up, everyone? Just gonna let Instagram do its thing. When you get on, let me know where you're joining from. Let me know if you've ever been here before. And if you don't know me, I'm Kristen. I'm a angelic channel, a mindset coach, and intuitive business guide. And I'm so excited to share with you guys some manifestation tips, the power of decision. If you don't know, I connect with my guides in the angelic realm, and I wanted to see what they wanted to share today. And there's been this theme coming up for me around the power of making a decision. Not only making a decision in your business, making a decision in your life, and deciding something is going to happen for you. There's so much potency and power when we remember our own sovereignty and really know that we have the power to make things happen in our life. And what I mean by this is so often we have experiences where my dog has a button and he wants to go outside right now. So we're going to go outside later. Whenever we have manifestations, I feel like sometimes we think that it's up to the universe to make it happen for us. And we're doing everything that our human can, but we're not quite sure what else we can do to really make this happen. And I've had a few experiences in my life recently where I have been willing things into existence. And I want to give you guys a business example, and I also want to give you guys a tangible example from my life where my energy did not take no for the answer. Now, the prerequisite for willing things into existence is really being a self-actualized person, meaning you really have to know and remember who the fuck you are. Now, what I mean when I say who the fuck you are is that you are a creator. You are a piece of God consciousness. You are a piece of source energy. And because you are that, because you are a sovereign being, you actually do have the power to control what happens in your life. But so many times our energetic signature is half in, half out. So many times our energy is not completely flowing and we're giving the universe mixed signals. So I'm going to give you guys an example of a story that happened to me yesterday where I willed something into existence and literally manifested something within a couple hours. Okay, so picture this. I have a flight to Tulum because I'm going for my friend's birthday. I have a flight to Tulum yesterday night. Clearly I'm not in Tulum. Clearly I'm at my house, right? And so I need to enter my passport information into something, and I realize my passport is expired and I have a flight in literally 4 hours. It's like I'm supposed to leave for the airport not that much longer, right? I am freaking out. I am like, what am I going to do? I planned this entire trip. How am I going to get to Tulum? My passport is expired. What are my options? I was just full on freak out, right? So what ended up happening is I realized that you can get an expedited passport, but you have to have an appointment at this passport agency. There's only a couple in the US. There was one in San Diego where I'm at, and it's really, really hard to get an appointment. It's actually so hard that one of our friends that wanted to come that doesn't have a passport couldn't get an appointment, and he had been trying for days before. I literally decided, I was like, I am going to get an appointment and I am going to get to Tulum if it's the last thing that I do. So I'm making an appointment and they're like, the earliest appointment is Wednesday at 9 a.m. And I'm supposed to leave on Monday night. So I'm kind of pissed because I'm like, well, I was supposed to be there Tuesday and now I'm not even going to be there till Thursday. I paid for so much of this trip. I'm pissed, right? So I'm like, no, I am going to get an appointment for Tuesday. I'm going to if it's the last thing I do. And basically the only way you can get an appointment for Tuesday is if you call and somebody cancels, right? And they were like, the odds of someone canceling at this point are really low, but feel free to call back whenever you want. And if you can get an appointment, then you can come earlier. So I call back and I'm literally telling my friends, I'm like, I'm getting an appointment tomorrow. They're like, Kristen, how are you going to get an appointment tomorrow? And I'm like, I am getting an appointment tomorrow. And then this is where you can use actually the power of connecting with your spirit guides, connecting with your higher self, connecting with your angels who are literally waiting to really help you out. I was like, spirit team, angels, higher self, anybody who wants to help me in that other realm, make a miracle happen. Give me a miracle. I need a miracle. Get me an appointment. And what I did is I visualized me telling my friends that I got an appointment earlier. And then I also visualized the angels rearranging shit so that someone had to cancel their appointment for this morning. So now it's like 5 p.m. The office closes at 4, right? And I'm like, I'm going to get an appointment. It's 5 p.m. I call the office and somebody canceled. And I literally willed it into existence. I decided this is going to happen for me. I was actually running around doing all of the things that needed to happen for me to do that. I got to go get passport pictures. I had to do this. And I was supposed to have my appointment in 2 days. So I could have waited the next day to do it. I was like, no, I'm doing it now because I'm going to have an appointment tomorrow. Now, there's two things that need to happen for you to will things in existence, right? Because you could also say this, like, I'm going to sign a client. I'm going to will me signing a client into existence. I'm going to will the success of my business into existence. So what actually was going on behind the scenes? So let's talk about the energetics, and then let's also talk about the tangible 3D things that I had to do to get that, because this is where people kind of get caught up in a manifestation. They're like, okay, am I only working with my energy, or am I taking aligned action, or what am I doing? Now, for willing things into existence, you have to do both. My energy, everything in my energetic signature was telling the universe, I am literally going to get this appointment earlier, and I'm going to get my ass to Tulum. And I'm actually literally visualizing myself on the plane to Tulum. I'm telling all my friends, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get this appointment. Everything about my energetic signature had decided that I was already going to go. There was not 1 ounce of doubt in my body that I was not going to go. Right? So when you really decide something, let's bring this not to a trip to Tulum. Let's bring this down to your business. Let's say you've been having trouble in your business and you're wanting to sign your first client. Can you seriously say that every ounce of your being is quite literally decided that you're going to be successful in this business? Have you decided that? Every ounce of your being needs to be on board to what you're wanting to manifest. And then on top of that, what you also need to be doing is taking the actions, right? So when you get a new passport, my dog wants to go out so bad. Teddy, come. When you get a new passport, you have to get your pictures done. You have to get a form from the USPS thing. You have to fill out the forms and book a flight so that you can prove that you're going out of the country. I was literally doing everything, right? I was taking the physical actions to back up the belief that I was getting an appointment in the morning. And guess what? Today at 9 a.m. or 8 a.m., I had an appointment. I literally had an appointment. So just to recap, willing manifestations into existence. Your energy needs to be completely on board. There's no doubt in your mind, in your body, in your soul that this thing is going to happen for you. That's the first thing. The second thing, you need to be taking actions as if that thing is already happening. There's no doubt in your being because you are so sure that you're going to do this thing that you're going to do it. So for you, that might look like, okay, getting your entire being and belief on board around, I'm going to blow this business up. I'm going to sign clients. I'm going to go full time in my business. And then what are you doing the day to day? You are posting every day. You are going live. You are promoting your services. You are connecting with your community. Like a lot of people are like, oh, I want to start this business, but it hasn't been working out. I want to quit my corporate job, but it hasn't been working out. But when you actually look at their energetic action and their decision, nothing has changed, right? It is a full body. I am going to do this. This is going to happen for me. All right, guys, drop any questions below. I'm going to give you guys one more story about willing things into existence and how I've done it. And we are going to wrap it up for today because I need to pack, right? So I want to give you another example. So as you guys might know, that I have a group program called Scared to Seen, where I help entrepreneurs show up and overcome their fear of being seen. And in this program, a lot of the entrepreneurs in the first few weeks were working on consistency, and that's the hardest thing for them. It's like they feel like sometimes they're consistent and then they're not, and then they're consistent and then they're not. And it's like, it's kind of like this back and forth thing. And how do I say this? Once somebody was asking me, Kristen, how do you post so consistently? And I have been posting consistently. I grew this account from 0. I've been posting consistently for 4 years, and I've been posting consistently 4 to 5 times a week for 4 years. So consistency is not an option for me. And I told them this story. I said, earlier today, I went to the Kava bar with my friends. This was like last week. I went to the Kava bar with my friends, and we went there around 4. Now, I knew I didn't post that day, and that was the last thing on my to-do list. And there could have been a version of me that was like, you know what? It's not that important that I post today. I'm just going to go to the Kava bar and hang out with my friends. Oh, well, that I didn't get an Instagram post up, right? But I want you to remember, this is my business. I have decided over and over and over again that this thing is going to be successful if it's the last thing I do. I have literally willed this thing into success, if you will. And what I did at the Kava bar is I was like, I'm so sorry, guys. I need to just look at my phone for 10 minutes. I really got to get this post up. And I ended up posting. I ended up getting an Instagram Instagram post up. Now, you guys might be thinking, well, Kristen, it's just an Instagram post. It's not that big of a deal. But when you're running a business online and then you do that 3 times a week and you're like, it's okay if I don't get it up. Oh, it's okay if I didn't get it up. What kind of energetic signature does that give out to the universe? That gives out the energetic signature that I'm not really into this thing. I don't really fully believe in this. I'm not going to show up if it's convenient or inconvenient. Sometimes when we're really, really wanting to create something in our life, whether it's a new business, whatever it is, we have to be willing to do the things that are very, 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 very inconvenient at times in order to make that thing happen, right? And so for you, this is maybe just a little tough love. Where have you kind of been half-assing your goals? Have you been saying you want to grow your business, but you're not posting consistently? Have you been saying you want to go full-time and quit your corporate job, but you're not actually doing anything to grow this business? You're not investing in a course. You're not working with anyone. You're not posting every day. You're not getting clear on who you're helping. These are the things where we need to actually be moving the needle every day and helping the universe give us what we want. The universe wants to give you what you want, but you got to meet it halfway, right? You have to meet it halfway, because that is the only thing that is meeting it halfway is that's your job, right? The how, the when, that's the universe's job. But your job is taking the actions every day and your belief in self. And it really does start with your belief, because if you don't believe in yourself, then you're not going to take the actions, right? It's like cause and effect. If I drink this water, I'm going to be hydrated. If I don't drink water, I'm not going to be hydrated. If I believe in myself and I believe that I can be successful in this business, I'm going to take the actions to back that up. If I don't believe in myself and I don't actually deep down think that I can be successful in this business, well, I'm not going to try. I'm not going to make it a priority. I'm not really, really, really going to try to make this thing happen, right? So that is that. I hope you guys learned something from this. I hope you guys loved it. If you missed some of the training, then this will be up on my YouTube in the next few days, Kristen Such, and you can all watch all my past lives on there. I'll take any questions if we have them. I saw one come in through, but if you guys want to work with me one-on-one to grow your business, start your coaching business, then I have one spot available to work with me. You can apply with the link in my bio. I also have my inner child meditation, my abundance meditation, my master classes, all linked in my bio as well if you want to get them. You're so welcome, George. Okay, let me look for some questions. What is your human design? Does it affect your manifesting? I am not that into human design. I know that there's specific, non-specific manifestors. I am a specific manifester. I'm a generator, a 2-4 line. But honestly, I think with manifestation, it's less about these little logistics and Really, I play in the realm of the quantum field. I enter the quantum field every single day, and I literally practice what I want to create when I'm in that 0 point energy. This is actually what I kind of, in the abundance meditation that I just created, it's actually linked on my stories right now. This is what I modeled it after, literally getting into the quantum field and becoming the pure present moment, which is the quantum field, and then essentially tuning into the potential that you want to experience. What if we don't know what to offer? If you don't know what to offer, then you probably are not clear on your niche or who you're here to help. When you know who you're here to help, their main problem that needs to be solved, and where they want to be at the end, it's really kind of easy to create an offer because you know exactly what you want to solve. So my question for you, pretty princess, would be like, do you have a niche? Are you clear on that? And then if you are clear on who you're here to help and their main problems, then you should create an offer to solve that problem. Every piece of my content is solving my ideal client's problem. How do you get yourself to believe in yourself? So limiting beliefs are formed in childhood. No one came here with limiting beliefs, right? No one came here saying, yeah, I don't really believe in myself, or I don't believe I'm worthy of money. These are all beliefs that we picked up through experiences. They're beliefs that we picked up through modeling, through our parents, ancestral beliefs. And so the way that I teach my clients to heal their inner child is through subconscious reprogramming, through inner child work and through shadow work, right? We have to get to the root of where you picked up that belief, because from 0 to 14, we are creating all our beliefs around the world. Our brain is forming. We are in theta, which is the brain waves of the subconscious mind, and everything that we're getting put into our brain is imprinting as truth. So in order to recreate new neural pathways, new brain waves, new truths, we have to go back down to the subconscious mind where those beliefs live, and we have to recreate them there, rehealing our inner child and giving her a new set of beliefs. This is what I teach in my inner child meditation. It's linked on my bio, and I give you guys instructions in the email. And this is exactly how you reprogram your limiting beliefs, right? So I'll give you guys an example. I had a limiting belief that I could only be successful as if I was a doctor, lawyer, or a businesswoman, which is why I went to school for supply chain and finance when I was in college. And this belief was so embedded in me that I wanted to quit my corporate job for like 2 years before I actually did it. This was 4 years ago, right? I wanted to quit my corporate job so freaking bad, but I didn't. And what I ended up doing was I ended up literally every single day reprogramming my subconscious mind with inner child work, going down to my inner child and saying, you are only going to be successful if you follow your heart. You are only going to be successful. You're going to make the most amount of money if you do what you love. I imprinted that in her subconscious mind every single day for like a year. And I was taking the actions. I was willing it into existence. And then finally I was ready to quit my corporate job, and I did. And I taught yoga for a year. I did a whole bunch of stuff. My story is something for another time. And now I'm here with a 6-figure coaching business. So it's possible for you guys. You just have to be willing to do the inner work. And that's why I teach the inner work, because I had the formula. Quitting the job is easy. Like, guys, you just put your 2 weeks in. It's not that big of a deal. So why isn't anyone doing it? Why can't you just put your 2 weeks in? It's your limiting beliefs. It's your mind that's stopping you. No one's stopping you. No one's shackling you to your desk. And this was actually the exact thought that got me to quit my corporate job, guys. Somebody was like, Kristen, you talk about quitting your corporate job so much. Why don't you just do it? And I was like, well, I can't. And I blah, 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 blah. And I can't just do it. And they were like, no one's shackling you to your desk, Kristen. You can quit any day. So why aren't you doing it? If you hate it that much here, just quit. And I was like, you're right. It's literally only me. And it's only my belief in myself, because guess what? There's plenty of other jobs, guys. You can be a barista. You can work at a juice shop. You can teach yoga like me. You can make it work. And I did make it work. I moved apartments, so I had cheaper rent. I sold my car, so I had a cheaper car payment. I did all of these things to set myself up for success, and I quit my job. Were they convenient? No. But look where I am 4 years later. Short-term discomfort for long-term fulfillment. Short-term discomfort for long-term fulfillment. That's all I told myself. Can you talk about taking that leap to going full-time, quitting a corporate job, trusting offering will be successful. So I was already an entrepreneur when I started my my coaching business. I actually started it during COVID, and I had no other choice because this is what I'm talking about, willing it into existence, guys. This is actually, I'm so happy you brought this up. I was teaching yoga full-time. I was starting my freelance marketing business, and then COVID hit. And I was thinking about being a life coach, but I was like, well, maybe in the future, because I had already spent a lot of money on different courses, on freelance marketing courses and all these things, right? So when COVID hits, all the yoga studios closed down. All my freelance marketing clients don't have budget anymore because we're in COVID. And I basically have to start this coaching business or I'm not going to be able to pay my rent. And there was no plan B, guys. There was no, if I feel like showing up, I'll show up. There was no, I'll create my offer when I'm ready. I was like, my butt was in high gear. I was willing it into existence, making it happen, unwavering belief in self, and taking the actions to say, no matter what I got to do, I am going to make this happen. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to make this happen. I showed up every single day, 7 days a week for a year. And I got my first client after 6 months, and I created a beautiful program. And yeah, it wasn't all sunshine and butterflies. I launched my first program and no one signed up. And guess what? Willing it into existence, I did it again. And I kept on launching until someone signed up to work with me. And it's just been that little increments of self-belief in action, self-belief in action, self-belief in action over and over and over again. If you're sitting here and you're like, I've been wanting to do this, I've been wanting to quit my corporate job, I've been wanting to make a change for so long, but you haven't, you got to look at that, guys. You got to really say, no one's really stopping me but me. And what is that? And if you were here if you weren't here when I mentioned it, I do have one spot to work with me one-on-one if you're wanting to start or grow your online business. I have 2 programs to do that, one for entrepreneurs called Alignment Mastery, and then I also have one for coaches called Soulful Strategy to help you build your coaching business from the ground up. So if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, you can apply with the link in my bio. Can you save this live? Yes, it will be on my YouTube. All right, guys. How do you feel about the 2-cup manifestation method? I've never heard of it. I manifest from the quantum field. Can I join the live and sing for you? Honestly, it's just not the time. Do you help with technical things like landing pages and marketing? Yeah, I help a little bit. If you're my one-on-one client, we can definitely do that together. If you're in a group program, it's a little harder, but I do help. I help with back-end systems and programs, but obviously I only know the programs that I personally use. Did you learn some of this from Abraham? I actually listen to Abraham Hicks every single day. So yes, but I learned from Abraham, Joe Dispenza. I have a lot of manifestation teachers that I follow, and then I just merge them all and create my own. And honestly, that's how I manifest. But I've been really loving going into the quantum field. I've been doing Dr. Joe's meditations. I've been doing my own meditations. I've been doing a lot of inner child work to heal the limiting beliefs or shadow work that's coming up, because I have had a lot of shadow come up recently. So those are all things that I've kind of just, been into recently. But guys, this was a really fun live. I hope that you decide, remember, making a clear decision to the universe is so powerful. You are a sovereign being. When you know who you are, I am quite literally a sliver of source. And you make that decision from that power, you can manipulate reality. If you've ever taken mushrooms and you start seeing all the sacred geometry moving, oh my God, it's all just energy. During my first mushroom trip, I had the craziest moment where I was like, oh my God, this is actually all just energy. You hear people say that, but when you experience it for yourself, when you genuinely experience, oh my freaking God, this is just all energy. And you can see these sacred shapes on the wall, and you can literally, with your mind, start to make them move in a certain way. And you're like, wow, I am so powerful as a creator. I am literally such a powerful creator. Shout out to Bree, who's on here right now, who has gotten me on the mushroom game. And if you haven't listened to me and Bree's podcast, it's out now. It's linked on my bio. You can listen to my podcast there. But when you really learn that, like, this is literally just a fucking hologram, like this entire thing, guys, this is just energy. It's just a hologram. You can manipulate energy with your mind. And that's what I mean by willing things into existence. So I feel like that is a great place to stop. I love you guys. If you have any questions, if you want to get into my meditations, they're in my bio. If you want to work with me one-on-one, feel free to book a call with the link in my bio. And if you had a favorite part of this and just want to say hi, then feel free to send me a DM. I love connecting with you guys in the DMs. I am just so excited to, continue to share. I'll be posting some Tulum content later this week when I am in Tulum, willing that into existence. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.